The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
He's laughing already, and we've just started recording. That's because we are, what's the script? Scottish Movie Review Podcast, Series 4, Episode 23. There you go. See, I'm available for all voiceover advertisements at a minimal fee. My name's Craig. With me, as always, is Big Chris. Chris, how are you, son?
Yes, tickety-boo. Looking forward to this bonanza of fabulous impressions and fun times.
Wonder why. What was your pick, mate? Before we get into the usual spins, tell the people what you picked last week, what we're reviewing today.
Oh, yes, well, I picked the movie A Bridge Too Far. I don't think many people have seen it. So you were one of them, eh? I think it's a smash and refilm. It goes under the radar. So
Radar being widely used in World War II. Excuse me, sir. Yes, I have a bleep on my screen. Okay, Atkins. Incoming, sir.
Take the machine gun, won't you? Clear a path.
Atkins, yes, sir. Do let Jerry know that we won't be taking him today. Yes, sir. Oh, there's going to be plenty of that.
Brilliant, man.
Good old 40s style British stiff upper lip, man, in the face of adversity. Get that kettle boiled.
It's like, no biscuits, no crumpet.
Yeah, haven't had any, crumpet in quite some time, sir. Now we can think about that when we go home.
Mate, see that? There's a picture out there. I usually see it on Twitter, and it's British people having sex, and it's, oh, rather. Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
It depends. Even the sex chat, the posher you are and the more English you are. The best one that ever got me, and I can't remember where I heard it first, was like porn women, oh, I'm coming. But posh English women go, oh, I'm arriving. Oh. Even the guy who initiated that coitus, that's probably the word they use. Would you like to exchange in some coitus? Oh, rather. For I'm going to ravish you.
Oh, mate, there's a fucking thing at all. Recently, it's been on TikTok for some reason, and people are just lip syncing it. But it's that old comedian guy, and he's talking about eating cold beans with Joanna fucking Lumley or something.
All right.
He's like, oh, I like to have cold beans, and she's like, and so do I. He goes, oh, with a fork or a spoon. A spoon. I use a fork. It's fucking hilarious, man.
Oh, I need to see it. I'm having fucking TikTok anywhere. I need to see that.
I'll send you after this. It fucking tickled me so bad, man.
Please do. And I like to believe as well that posh women congratulate their lover after the fact. Well done.
Well done, old sport. You gave that a right good effort.
I should very much like to see you again, Margaret. Yeah, indeed. This is so fucking unwar filmy. Like, it's just, it's that accent, and it's very. Here you go, like serious World War II and Carry On films use the exact same language. Ah,
But mate, where did that accent go? You know what I mean? Where
I
did
don't
it
know.
go? Because it's all, yes, that's very sporting of you. I'll see you in the morning for a cup of tea. And now it's, all right, geezer. Where's on a brew?
Oh Jesus! Aye, it was English was all very much a muchness, probably apart from the Scouse and the Geordies, but then they all just started breaking their way into the accents and factions, and that's great. They have their place, but I would love to just cross the border and everybody to talk like that. I think it'd be. I would move to England. There you go. I'd enjoy that very much. Well, hello there, Bruce. Hello. Yeah.
Fucking superb, man.
I must go to the corner shop. Oh, really? Yes, I am running low on parched tobacco for my pipe, you see.
Yes, I'm going down the corner shop, you see, to get myself a couple of cans of soapies.
A box of snuff, perhaps. Arkwright. Hello, Arkwright. Hello, sir. What can I have today? Do you have my papers there, Arkwright? I do indeed, sir. All four. Splendid.
What's the end to this?
Everything cost 1 in 6. I don't know. I don't know old money. I don't.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Believe it or no, decimalisation was 1970. I wasn't born until 1978. Had to think about that there. So I don't know old money, but I just think it's funny to see old comics and that with like 1D. No, I don't. It's a D. It's a fucking. You just turn up with a letter. I don't.
I know. Oh, superb, man. Fucking superb.
Anyway, folks, simpler times. A very, very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you once again for tuning in to What's the Script, the Scottish Movie Review podcast. And thanks again to Quaint, the up-and-coming Glasgow band, just missed out on supporting Liam Gallagher this Thursday at the Hydro, where I'm gone. Yay! Alt for it, mad for it, alt for it. Because I'm in a barn, man. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, no. Got to see that. And thank you, Quint. You can find us, as always. Here we go. 3 minutes to go, mate. 3 minutes to go. You can find us on all the audible and visual platforms, including YouTube, Twitter. I'm not calling it X, says that. Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, all the jobs. But every now and again, without even looking for us, you will come across us. You'll trip over us. You'll burn your hand on us. You'll catch us in your zipper. Oh, where else might they get us, Chris? Do tell.
I don't know. Don't know.
We've ran out of places.
No, it's just, you know, I mean, we're in the summer right now, but see when we all go back to our all winter jackets.
Oh, aye.
You know what I mean? And most times you go in there, you're in the pockets, and you go, "What the fuck is that?" And you go, "There's a wee score power," and you go, "Oh, there's a wee score." And then other pockets, and you see you go right into the corner, right under the use, right into that wee bit of dust, and in that wee hole in your pocket. That's where you'll find what's the script.
Right in between the two crumbs for the last fucking hobnob you stored away in that pocket for the winter.
Aye, when you were pocket munching. But aye, that's where you'll find us. That is where you'll find us.
There we go.
And again, in the glint in a hamster's eye, and
fucking hamster.
The twitch of a rabbit's nose, and
geez.
every outrageous accusation. That's where you'll find what's the script.
Oh, I like that. I like that last one. That's brilliant, folks. So there we go. Yes, 2 more episodes after this one to find out just where you might mean to find us. And I need to get my thinking caps on. It's my turn next week. I'll need to think of somewhere. So there we go, folks. You've no excuses. You can find us, you can't find us, but you will always find us. What's the Script podcast? So thank you very much. Shout outs and mentions to our homeboys at the Seismic Cinema, Diabolical, and the Wreckfast Club. obviously there's others there that we watch and listen to on a regular basis. You know who you are. We'll start shouting you when you start shouting us. That's how it works. We don't need a collective. We are the collective. We are Bog. Only kidding. Only kidding. A big shout out to the podcast collective, man. You're growing. You're growing exponentially. You're like the fucking, what's that film, The Blob? Just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's an old horror film, isn't it? Blob or The Thing?
Aye, the Blob. There's the Blob and there's the Stuff. I know. I don't know what line came first. In fact, see, see if I'm right. They're remaking the Blob.
They've remade it.
Have they? Aye.
They remade it in the 80s.
Well, I think it's getting fucking remade again then.
Oh, joy. Fucking joy. Because
Aye.
there's nothing that they can't do they've not done before on that one, have they?
How can we reboot this to make it different? What? I don't know.
But we might need to rename it because you can't call it a blob anymore because blob's derogatory. That makes him sound fat and as if he's got a condition. He's got a condition, he fucking eats everything. A blob. He's like my big cousin Davey, he's a fucking blob. The man we called the male Hoover. Remember Nunu? No, remember Nunu? Naughty Nunu for fucking Teletubbies? Just hoovering everything up, man.
He's got a bit of drug problem, that boy.
Telling you. So, before we get into A Bridge Too Far, which is the film, obviously, we've told you that Chris picked last week, let's find out from Chris what he watched last week and what took his eye. What have you been up to? What have you been watching? Apart from the football.
Well, I was still kind of on my wee worry films and that, you know. I watched Kelly's Heroes and that. I've not watched anything new, but when doing a rabbit hole of weirdness. I watched Sunshine, the Danny Boyle film. You seen that one? Cillian Murphy.
Murray? Oh no, I've not seen it.
Yeah, no, they need to restart the sun there. It's all right. It's sci-fi, isn't it? As if it's not. I ended up watching Riddick. I know. Don't know why. I perused through the Blu-rays and went, "Oh, that'll do." Know what I mean? And I watched Heat because that final shootout is just smashing. So it is. You just can't whack it.
I got to tell you, you stand in my way, I won't hesitate, not for 1 second. I won't hesitate. And I got to tell you, you're in my way. I won't hesitate to fuck you in that great ass.
Oh, fucking brilliant.
You've Val Kilmer in that. I want to punch his cunt in that film, man.
I know. Well, see, I'm saying that I don't know if it's a joke, but apparently all the way through that film, his character was supposed to be taking cocaine, which was to explain that. But I don't know if that's him.
To explain his gambling?
I don't know. I don't know. But I was like, okay. But you can't whack it. See, for what it is, it's a smashing film, and then obviously the big shootout at the end is fucking something else because it just feels very real. Know what I mean? So,
Robert De Niro's love interest in it, a teacher. It's a teacher, isn't she? Or is she a bookstore fucking worker or something?
I think it's the books, maybe. Aye.
And then seeing Robert De Niro kissing a woman, I know he kisses a woman just like it has been instructed. Kiss her, aye. No passion in his face, I told you. But the woman that plays Val Kilmer's wife in it, the actress whose name escapes me, and that is shocking. I've actually been in her company in real life. Very nice lady. I can't tell you where or how, but nothing seedy. You know what I mean? It was just she's a very nice lady. Very nice lady. Anything else, mate? What else?
No, I mean, I think that was it. I think that's where the madness went. Oh, tell a lie. tell a lie. For some reason, and I don't know why, I just had to watch Cheaper by the Dozen, and I make no apologies for it.
No, at
In
least,
fact,
at
you know what?
least, at least tell me it was a Steve Martin one.
It was that one.
That's all right.
Aye.
One with,
I might
one
even
with
watch the second one today. There you go. For
Tom
all you
Welling in
all
it.
going, what's he watching that for? Cause I fucking do what I want, alright?
You must have been fucking dying. You must have been at a right low ebb.
Aye.
It's actually not a bad wee film into it. No, I think it's quite cute, man. It's fucking. I remember seeing it when it came out. It was one of the ones that we often talk about where went to the old video shop and bought the X rentals for a couple of quid and all that. And that was, I think I bought that one. I really did.
Aye. Well, these films have got a wee purpose, know what I mean? Because it's no, it must have been strategic for me anyway. Because obviously, what we've discussed in the past, see when you're hungover, and for some reason you put, I mean, the first time I watched Coco, I was hungover, and I swear to Christ, that was nearly the end of me. Know what I mean? So you need to negotiate these kind of films, and Cheaper but it doesn't isn't really that sad. Feel that sitting there having a crying wank. Know what I mean?
And your Spider-Man costume. If people don't already know, Coco is one of my go-tos. Me and my kids fucking know every song, every word off by heart. It's one of the best soundtracks ever. And if you like Coco and you haven't you hadn't seen it already, if you go into Disney Plus, there's an audience with, and they go to the Hollywood Bowl in America. And it's a big live like act, and they all sing the songs and all that, and the audience is there. It's fucking brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. And I didn't even know that Benjamin Bratt was Ernesto de la Cruz. What a voice, mate. Benjamin Bratt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep, definitely. But that was me, mate. Sitting there with Cheaper by the Dozen, Steve Martin, having a good old time there. Know what I mean? Lying rough. But enough about my views, my eyeball delights. What were you into?
I watched quite a lot of things this week. No, I'm only kidding. I've wrote it down here, right? See the first thing I watched? Masterminds. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a film. Don't know if it's a series. So there you go. It must have been that good that I do not have a fucking clue what it is. But I wrote it down. Definitely. It started, so I'll finish. Beep, beep, beep. Definitely wasn't that. So moving on. I'll need to Google that after and see what the fuck it was. Dark Matter was a series on Apple. And it was all right. It was good. It was very thought provoking and quite in depth. But a guy invents this doorway to get into multiple universes, and just it's hard to explain. You know what I mean? Just get a watch. What else?
There's the book. There's the book.
Oh, right. I didn't even know it was an adaptation for the book, because Big Skarsgård in it. Big Uncle Owen for the prequels is in it. Jennifer Connelly's in it, who I enjoy very much. Very much. Give me some. I went back and rewatched Series 3 of The Umbrella Academy because Series 4's coming up. And although I've got great issues with Series 3 of Umbrella Academy, mainly because it was rewritten for an actor now, which I just think is fucking... Anyway, doesn't matter. I rewatched it, and still a good series, but it was done wrong. And then I've started watching Doom Patrol, mate. That's fucking so good.
Is that the one? Was it Brendan Fraser voices the big robot guy?
Aye,
It's
a spin-off for Teen Titans. That's fucking so good, man. So in your face and sweary and gory and no whole bars. It's a bit like fucking The Punisher on that respect. It's really good. Brendan Fraser is fucking smashing on it. Smashing. And then I'll just finish off by saying I watched Civil War. And I just, no. just wasn't so good, man. I know what we're trying to do. I just don't think it was done very well until the last 40 odd minutes. Really don't, man. And plus, Kirsten Dunst was in it. And we know, everybody that knows what's the script know about me and Kirsten. The most pleasing thing about the film was her getting fucking done in, getting shot in slow motion through the lens of a camera clicking. I thought, that's fucking art. I could hang that shit in my wall. You know what I mean? And do you know what? Do you know what? Even in a fucking mad multiverse, because it was through the lens of a camera in slow motion, imagine it was Peter Parker taking it.
Oh, yeah. I see what you've done there.
Get it run, you MJ. You're a cow. So I'll leave it there because I started watching something else last night, but we'll talk about it next week because it started off splendid. But no, but it wasn't. It fucking wasn't the Acolyte. I'll not be watching that shite. Tell you that.
Nah, I've seen enough of the internet going after not about the Acolyte, and I can honestly say I'm not interested in watching it at all. So
nah, I'm leaving going to hate on it. I'm just going to go and watch it.
It wasn't even just this. I know like it's all the fucking woke stuff it's getting all the attention, but
well, see, when your writer and director came out on 3 or 4 different talk shows and call it that, what the fuck are you doing? Star Wars, isn't it? Star Wars has been as diverse as anything on the telly for 1977. It's full of aliens and beings for different ends of the galaxy. It couldn't be any more diverse if it fucking tried. But now you've got the writer and director coming out and telling you, oh, it's the gayest Star Wars ever. Super gay and all that. What the who cares? You're a fucking idiot.
It wasn't even that for me, mate.
You weren't gay when you were sucking fucking Epstein's cock, were you? It wasn't Epstein, what'd you call him?
Oh, Weinstein.
Weinstein, aye. Weren't gay then, were you? You fucking cunt.
It was just the whole. See a Jedi getting stabbed with a wee knife, and what's been happening recently is people have been getting stabbed with lightsabers and surviving. And I went, nah, I think I'll check out here. Like, okay, know what I mean? And as soon as I say wee knife, like a knitting needle would have been like a more deadly weapon.
Really?
So, but hey ho, that's the road I've gone down. Fire on.
You enjoy that. You enjoy that. Anyway, that's us leaving watch that enough, fuck's sake. So, from one franchise that started in 1977, let's go to a film which appeared in 1977, and it's the one you picked, sir. A Bridge Too Far. Tell the people a little bit about it and why you picked it, mate.
Yes. Well, it's sad. But aye. It's a film directed by Richard Attenborough, and again, it's an epic, isn't it? It's what, fucking 3 hours long. But
aye.
I think this is maybe one of the first films of its kind to kind of show you there was fuck-ups on the side of the Allies. You know what I mean? Because like most films, like even like the Great Escape and all that, it was like fucking the guys getting out there doing it, and you know what I mean? This is like the first. You know what this reminded me? Black Hawk Down. So I was like, this is worth watching this. Well, because that's a fuck up as well, isn't it? Know what I mean? The plan was get in there, get out, get the guys, and be up the road before tea and all that. This is very much the same. Because there's like a lot of there's a lot of nods to how this could have been prevented and all, and how they disregarded intelligence and other stuff just to get this done with. So, but I think it was like criticised for that stuff as well. Know what I mean? How dare you fucking show this side of things that we weren't great and all that stuff. So,
fuck. If everybody thought that we became victorious in a world war by not having the odd mistake here, no, not the odd mistake, but we weren't infallible in doing it, then they weren't shot. You know what I mean? For anybody that's not seen this film, like I hadn't, in a nutshell, bloody big nutshell. In a nutshell, the synopsis is The Allied armies concocted a plan to win World War II at Arnhem in Holland. But disaster ensues when the area surrounding them, including the key bridges in Germany, are loaded with armoured assaults. So Admiral Akbar was there shouting, "It's a trap!" Nobody was listening to him, but were they? Nobody was listening to him.
No.
Your lights
What
went
I
off.
say is, it was all a big grand plan, and it was to end the war quicker than it was. But it's one thing having stuff wrote down on paper and actually doing it. So,
Aye, that's very true. So you said there it was directed by Richard Attenborough. Would you like to take a drink of water and give me maybe just 30 people that were in the film as well?
I could do you one better.
I know,
Right,
that's
so,
why I was.
first of all, we get Sean Connery, we've got Doug Bogart, we've got Anthony Hopkins, Michael Caine, Gene Hackman, Robert Redford, James Caan, Edward Fox, Laurence Olivier, Denholm Elliott, Ryan O'Neill, Elliot Gould, Alan Armstrong, Maximilian Schnell, Paul Copley, Ben Cross, Michael Byrne, and John Ratzenberger.
To name but a few, by the way. If you want to see the world's biggest cast ever, go into IMDb or Wikipedia and search the shit out of that, and you'll see other big names that were failed to mention. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Even in the foreign side of things, do you know what I mean? You probably get 10 of the most prominent 15 actors that have been in every World War film for a German or a Dutch point of view. I like you, I put in Maximilian because his name just falls right off the tongue so well, man. Oh, hello, Maximilian.
You know who that is? That is the woman's dad in Deep Impact. See, they're on the beach together, and the big tsunami's coming.
With a beard?
That's him. Aye, that's him, mate.
But he's French, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, that's there you go. I love that film. Fucking love that film. Might be on a list, that film. Might be on a list, I'll tell you. Aye, so there you go, folks. What a cast, man. What was the monies involved, mate, that you've wrote down?
Well, according to the interwebs, it was $27 million, and it brought in 50.7 million. So, again, for me, it made money, but I don't know if they went on today's standards when it comes to profitability and all this stuff. But
well, it's a double whammy for me, so it's fucking good as far as I'm concerned. Can you ask for more than that? It's like giving somebody £1 and I'm giving you £2 back. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's your £1 plus another £1. Do you like that? I do fucking like that. I can now get 2 Asda trolleys. Double buggy in the Asda. Look at me. Yesterday it would have been just one trolley, but today it's double buggy. And that's just to put it in layman's terms for you simple bastards out there like myself. So obviously it was adapted from a book as well, based on a true story. And it's in English, German, and Dutch. Unless you watched my uncut version, which was pristine to watch. Didn't have any fucking subtitles, but did it? No. But I kind of got the gist, if you know what I mean. Chris, on IMDb, got a 7.4 out of 10, which is very respectable. And Rotten Tomatoes, 59% out of 100%.
See, again, I don't know if this boils down to... I don't know if this boils down to the criticism yet again. Because, again, apparently they didn't really like this being out there, that yous had a big fuck up and he's like disregarded people's lives and all this stuff. And I think that's what all that shit's down to. Because see, for watching it, the acting's good, the action's good. The fucking when they start shelling stuff at the beginning, it looks so fucking real. You would think you were just watching a real battle. Know what I mean? So it can't be doing to anything along the lines. So I'm just wondering if it's people's like kind of not like political leanings, but something to that kind of standard, where that's where they start writing. You know what I mean?
Maybe
Because all the criticism I read about this was nothing to do with the film. So,
I like that way, the fact that there's obviously relatives of the people that maybe needlessly died at that time that didn't know the truth, and the truth will out, as they say, and Mr. Government doesn't like that shit. You know what I mean?
so because it's like again, for people that's not seen it, they've been trying to do this plan, but 6 attempts or something, and they've put it off for weather or one thing or another. And this wee guy does an intelligence sweep thing and sees fucking tanks and XYZ, you know what I mean, that shouldn't be there. And instead of stopping the operation again, they go, no, here, listen, this is fucking happening.
Not only did they go ahead, but I mean, I think there's about half an hour to go left in the film. They go for doing it at night, to doing it during the day, to doing it first thing, to doing it at 10 o'clock, to getting a phone call to say midday then. Know what I mean? It's just getting put back. It's as if, like you say, fucking, I don't care. We're going to fight Godzilla. There's only 4 days. It's happening. It's fucking happening. People will die. I know we'll die, but it's happening. Because
in case you at the beginning of the film, it's like a woman narrating like real footage.
She's a
and apparently
fucking barrel of laughs, that cunt, isn't she?
And it's how like Montgomery and is it Oswald or something? But they were
in 1944. People went Gideon's schoolboys 9 and the Allied troops were General Montgomery coming and fuck.
Right. But what it lays down for you to like the groundwork for it really is the 2 people in command of the armies wanted to be the first one to Berlin practically. So that's where you kind of, and I'm wondering if that's where the criticism comes from. Like, it was a total disregard for fucking the ordinary man. I wanted the medal sort of thing. So,
even some of the portrayals of the higher ranks in this, for an Allied point of view, more or less say casualties of war. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And I've wrote down in my notes later on about cannon fodder as well, which we'll get to. Can I give you very quickly plane watch this week?
Aye, let's do it. I was like, there is so many winged articles in this.
I just want to get it off my chest before we get any further, because obviously I cannot tell you about all the aircraft used in this film, because it was a vast body of aviation material in this movie. Now, you do have your pretty standard. I mean, an uneducated person would come to me and say, Craig, anybody can rhyme off a Luftwaffe, a B-1 bomber, or indeed a Spitfire. And I have done that. But I want to tell you about a couple of aircraft in this film that might have went under the radar. Get that under the radar. There we go. Now, I like that. That was like fucking Wigfield 2, that dancer. There's a lot of coastal stuff in this. Now, we do have a body of aircraft called Coastal Command, and to rhyme off a few, the names are smashing, right? The names are smashing. Some of the Coastal Command aeroplanes, one was called the Consolidated Liberator. What? We had the Short Sutherland and the Boeing Fortress. Fucking any one of them bastards, I'm into that. Probably held together by fucking beans tins and gaffer tape, you know what I mean?
Beans? The spoon or a fork?
Yeah, fork indeed. Now, you have another set of aircraft called the Level Bombers. And in the ranks of these bastards, you had the Armstrong Hitworth.
Oh, that's a name, that.
The Albemarle Handley Page Hamden. The heavenly page, Tamden. Where
There's always one.
That's fucking smashing. And then in this film, they mentioned a lot at the time. They mentioned gliders getting used. So I had a wee look for some of the gliders there. They've got the Slingsby Hengist and the Waco Hadrian. So there you go. That was 2 gliders that were used in this film. And right after the back of that, mate, you mentioned how good this film looks, and that's the overriding thing for me, above the story, above the actors, above everything. The use of vehicles, aircraft, buildings, settings, scenes, the vastness of scale, and the use of extras in this as well. That was fucking. I know where the 25 million even in 1977, I know where that money's went. It's visually tremendous.
That's it. That's how I was saying it can't be something in this film that they're criticising. Because like, to hark back to see that scene where they're about to set off the convoy and they start bombarding the German lines first. It's like you're fucking watching like a real battle take place. You know what I mean? Because see that one, it's just giving you the landscape, and that's just fucking bombs are going off left and right. You're going, fuck's sake, was there anything left of that countryside after these were done filming? And like you say, see the battles in the cities. Let's see obviously where the Anthony Hopkins character is. How this wee place was all fine, nice wee place to stay and all that, and fucking. And then as you come near the end of the film, everything is fucking rubble. There's tanks driving through buildings and all that. It's just well done, brilliant, man.
It was smashing. Pyrotechnics must have been through the roof. It was so good. Use of practical effects, no CGI to the point where there was some miniature work, used some models for explosions stuff. You can totally get that, but even they were kind of flawless. Do you know what I mean? You're having to look for them. So good, mate.
The action in the film's superb. See the firefights and all that. It's brilliant. Like even they poor bastards know how they get stuck in the house, sort of thing, and they're just fucking. There's guys lying here. You know what I mean? There's still fighting going on, and there's other soldiers burying other people. You know what I mean? You're just like, this is fucking hellish. But
there's a good nod in this as well that I think, because it's based on a true story, to the fact that if the Germans weren't going to kill you, there was a good chance you were going to die of starvation, because they were getting, obviously the routes were getting cut off. They'd no way to communicate to tell them to stop dropping the aid and all that kind of stuff, which we'll get to, because that's one of my favourite scenes. That bit later on, it's just nobody. I would love people to sit and watch this that disrespect our troops and what they've done for us so many years ago, man. This is just one story for a world war.
Because that's again, it's because he see for this mission, right? I think it went 9 days, maybe 10 days. In that time, 17,000 people were killed, and that's just Allied soldiers. Know what I mean? That's not even taken into consideration. See, the B2 at Arnhem, that just get fucking flattened. Know what I mean? So it was like, again, I think it was a thing that they didn't want everybody out there to know about, sort of thing. The pure disregard for fucking life. Know what I mean? Because a lot of failure can't be publicised. Know what I mean? Or it's a mark on the fucking the institution. Know what I mean?
A stain on the memory kind of thing. Again, I could just hark back. MD doesn't think that it was a flawless fucking campaign. It just needs our heads examined. Do you know what I mean? What is some of your favourite scenes in it? Let's just get into it, mate.
Well, again, where I draw comparisons with this in Black Hawk Down, right? Not having her getting ready to go in Black Hawk Down, it's like You don't need to take what away, you mate. We'll be in and out of there in fucking jig time. You don't need to wear that body armor and all that. We're fine. It's the scene where Anthony Hopkins is getting ready to go, and he's got that. Wicks, dear boy, have you packed my golf clubs? So that. Oh yes, sir. They'll be in the staff car. Oh, okay. What about my smoker's jacket? Well, do you really need that, sir? And he's like, well, let's help sir, Wicks. Let's help sir.
Aye.
This cunt is going in his head with one. Know what I mean? And it's like fucking like he's thinking about the dinner after the battle instead of oh here I might be getting shot today. Know what I mean?
Aye.
It's fucking
and that attitude seems to ring out throughout this film.
aye.
For a stiff upper lip, almost to the point of denial. Because they laugh off everything, didn't they?
Yep.
And then the ranks under them just accept it. You know what I mean? Just very good, sir.
Aye. Aye. Oh, the big man knows what he's into, you know what I mean? But see, in saying that, because I read a bit about this, I don't know how true it is, right? But the guy that Anthony Hopkins plays, see in the Battle of Arnhem, when Anthony Hopkins' character's like running from house to house, apparently the real guy pulled Anthony Hopkins up and he's like, a British officer wouldn't run, he would walk in absolute disdain for the enemy fire. And I'm like, that fuck is wrong with you?
I know. That's the first bit of trivia I wrote down an awe, and I had to read it twice. Even if you were him sending somebody out to do that perilous run, you'd be like, oh, and Jenkins, walk, don't run. Good chap.
It's fucking nuts, man. And it's I think that's what made that scene a bit better for me, because that is that guy. Know what I mean? You're just like, oh, okay then.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
Aye.
But
did you manage to get the message? Did you manage to get the message across? No, but the Germans just showed that we weren't fucking caring about it anyway. There you go. Crazy.
And another one, mate, I think's brilliant, because I think it just shows you that the fucking pandemonium it was. See when it's Sean Connery's character, and they've picked up that wee guy after he's been shot, and they're in the house, and there's a couple of wee a Dutch couple fixing this guy up, and they're in the middle of this conversation. The next thing, a Nazi walks by the window, and he's just like, "I hear you, you bastard!" Bang.
Oh, you cheeky bastard!
You're just going. This is chaos, man. Like, there's fucking everything's there's no lines, if you know what I mean. There's no that's where they are and that's where we are, sort of thing.
You're right, mate. That's a good spot. That actually, I forgot about that. You just mentioned it again. I think that was quite funny, but no funny. This film, my biggest compliment I can pay this film is like Private Ryan, Saving Private Ryan, and Adrian Brody, the pianist in it.
The pianist.
They films made me actually feel scared for the soldiers, because they make you feel like a normal person, and then another normal person that's got orders is just going to kill you at any minute, and I just can't get away with that. Like you said, they're walking by a window, and Sean going, "Oh yeah, fucking," you know what I mean?
It was old James Bond pose and all, by the way.
Did it become matter of fact, man? Do you know what I mean? Again, it's so long that it just is. That's the way of the world. That's life. I just can't fucking get my head around that being acceptable today, or having to think about being in that position.
It's mental, man. It's fucking. But it is, like you said, you've said it for that point of view, just that snap. It's me or him sort of thing, know what I mean? And you don't think it yet until you think it. It's just, like I say, mate, there's just so much. And then the fact that, see that as well, like he's in charge of a whole like garrison, platoon, whatever, know what I mean? And he's having to hide up my fucking attic for like German patrols and all that, and you're just like, how unorganized was this? And imagine being there, man. How fucking para you would be. Know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, oh shit.
aye, again, I don't many don't know many war films I've watched, whatever war it is, even if it's this one, Vietnam especially as well, and just I don't, you start thinking about it in a level of humanity, and you're like, why were we fucking like that? You know what I mean? And a lot of the time, it wasn't through hatred; it was through indoctrination or fear of being shot anyway if you don't do what you're told. This is all. It's like big people's arguments, and you're getting in. But then I suppose we've watched Braveheart's fucking same. They're not going to fight, and the behind me shouts, didn't he? Says, "No, we're not going to fight for you." Know what I mean? Why fucking? Why should you? But it's mental.
Fair fucks to you, son. But what scenes did you like, mate?
There was a few, obviously a few thousand to pick for, but I liked the assembly of the bridge, man. The Swan Bridge get assembled and all that. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
It showed you a good bit of ingenuity and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing really amazing, I suppose, about it, rather than looking at it from an industrial point of view and thinking your feet. And I thought that was great. But the other one I mentioned earlier on was they're all held up in the mansion or the chateau out in the middle of this idyllic fucking bit of land in it. The house looks phenomenal from outside and all that, but they're all starving. They've no ammo. They're surrounded, and they've no way of telling Allied forces to no drop out in the further away from the house, which they're still doing, and they're all waving and all that, frantic and desperate. And even though the guy that says, "Look, we can do this all we want," but they've been trained no take notice in case it's Jerry. He's still doing it, but still doing it.
I know.
And this wee guy's obviously just he's just had it. He's had enough. It's do or die. And he fucking bolts towards the closest parachute that's landed with something in it. And it manages to instil the morale with a full band of brothers. He's making it. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. He'll never lift it. Then he lifts it. And he turns around. And he's got a big smile, and they're all like, "Hey, hey!" And then he gets shot. And the fucking morale just seeps out at every soldier. Then you're up there. You're doing there with it. And then to make matters even worse, he's dropped the thing that he was carrying, and it was full of berries, full of hats. Nothing that would have fed them. Nothing that would have defended them. I don't know what they were draped for anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, just in case you've lost your beret.
But is that again? Is that whole fucking thing? You'll look your best while we're winning. You know what I mean? And it was like, but you're like, it's kind of a shite that wee bit, isn't it? You're like that.
Aye.
That fucking that's a shite that boy there just fucking.
Aye, because you get up with him. He's gonna. But I know he's not going to fucking make it. I know he's going. I've not seen this, but I know he's getting shot. Fucking right, he's getting shot. But I'm like, I don't know, is he? Is he? And the good thing about this film is as well, unlike other films, you don't see the snipers. It never shows you the snipers. So that makes me think that's just like what they're feeling. They don't know where the snipers are. Whereas in other films, it will show you for the German snipers' point of view and all that stuff. A wee tiny thing that I thought was very where are they? I don't know.
Exactly. But it's fucking because there's another bit like that in this. See, obviously Robert Redford's character, they've taken the bridge and all that, and then the next sort of cutscene, and he's arguing with the guys like where the tanks. He's like, "You're just going to fucking stop." Like Arnhem's right there, know what I mean? And you're like that and all. Aye, you're just going to stop. You know what I mean? Aye. After what they poor bastards just done, I know, to fucking rowing across this river, getting all shot to fuck.
Exactly. That's the important thing about that scene there as well. Obviously, it's an American arguing with a senior officer for Britain. So even though they're for different factions, they know they're on the same side, and he still respects the guy's rank. He doesn't just go against them. And the British superior, you can see in his face, he doesn't want to tell him no. Doesn't want to no go and help. He says, I've got to obey orders. You know what I mean? That's fucking shite. But like that, you're talking about the boats with Robert Redford and that. That's where I mentioned cannon fodder. They are. They get the boats first of all. He goes like, but fucking, the soldiers are all like, is that it? What'd you expect? Fucking bombers. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And then
again, see for anybody who's not seen this, see the wee travel balls you take for your dug. That's literally what the boats are. It's like canvas. You know what I mean?
Aye, a wooden bottom, a wooden frame, and canvas round the sides. Oh, here, fuck's sake! I never even knew the kind of things existed. And then they go over the most open stretch of water for miles. They're just getting into this water, sitting fucking ducks, and they've not even got oars. It does mention, he says, if you've not got an oar, use the butt of your rifle, but paddle for your life. Don't see one fucking oar. It's all butts of rifles, isn't it?
Yep. That's totally fucked. Totally fucked. Know what I mean? And because let's see if you go back to like the beginning of the film, and it's the Michael Caine character, and is it something Fox, Edward Fox or something, and they're driving down in this and they're driving by all these guys, and the motorcade sort of thing. And he's going like, oh, Jerry, how you doing and all that? How's the wife and the veins? Thank you very much, sir. You know what I mean? And it's all his optimism. And then boom, fucking, it's no abject failure, but it is. It's a pure kick in the balls. You know what I mean? And you're just like, yeah. You know what I mean? Just fucking.
And even that's greeted with the attitude of, yeah, didn't go to plan, did it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah,
because apparently that was a big thing as well. The Duck Bogart character. Apparently they weren't happy with how he was kind of shown on screen. Like it was kind of, he was left with a dairy for it sort of thing. Because they're of the opinion like they couldn't criticise Montgomery for it or they got more pelters, but I think his family and all that, or people that knew that guy, says he was kind of left taking responsibility for this failed thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Whereas in actual fact, it was him and another 8 intelligence officers, so there was 9 of them. You know what I mean? It wasn't just down to him.
Aye.
Bit of shite, that, innit?
Aye. Plus, he did. He says to the Sean Connery's character, I did say I thought we were going a bridge too far. Know what I mean? But apparently he did say that at the first meeting. Know what I mean? It wasn't like a thing going, it wasn't like, well, I did say bridge too far. Know what I mean? Wink, wink. Know what I mean? Oh, what you like, you fucking mad bastard.
I was kind of reading a note about Sean Connery said obviously played one of the largest roles in the movie as General Urquhart, but he was angered to discover that Robert Redford, in a much smaller role, was getting considerably more money. I wonder how much that was. So Sean Connery went on strike for a short time until his fee was adjusted to his satisfaction. There you little shite. My name's James Bond. How come he's getting £27 an hour more than me? Give him a little fucking slap.
Oh, fucking brilliant. You can just imagine him, can't you? Fucking Michael Caine and that all sitting going, see all about.
I know. But big scene Canary was kind of peaky his powers. Having said that, Robert Redford wasn't a fucking shrinking violet either. He was your... I always think of him as being that generation's Brad Pitt. Fucking handsome bastard in a lot of films. But I'd say maybe he's a better actor than Brad Pitt. It looks like Brad Pitt, I think. He's got a fucking strong jawline on it.
The bold James Caan, I know. He must have been fucking up there. I mean, that's see when you see this cast, you're like, fucking hell, man. It must have been all the faces. Know what I mean? Even fucking big Laurence Olivier, know what I mean? Him cutting a bit.
Aye.
Fucking.
Gene Hackman, I know.
Oh, mate. That could be my one criticism of the film. Gene Hackman's Polish accent. I'm like, I keep trying to catch it, and I'm going, are you doing it or are you not doing it?
Aye, I forgot you mentioned it was Polish in this. And obviously, I get my genes mixed up last week, and I thought it was Gene Wilder again. Spazzy. But I couldn't understand what he was saying at the start. I knew he was a bit pissed off with what was happening. Pitt was like, what's that now? What's saying? And then at the very end, when he paratroops out the plane, he shouts something before he goes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Aye. What is it? Fucking God bless General Montgomery or something. I'm like that.
Is that what it says? Aye.
Aye, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
If I could have shouted Robert Lewandowski, yeah, or whatever before he dropped it. Favourite scenes, again, mate. Not a favourite, but a spectacle throughout the mill was just after that. The paratroopers all jump out the planes and all that. The minute their parachutes opened, they're just getting fucking picked off by Germans.
Aye.
Like,
machine gun in there.
Again, man. So just like being out in a boat or being dangling, floating in the air, waiting for a bullet to fucking hit you must have been... It's just a pure thought-provoking movie, mate. For that aspect, I can't imagine just waking up every day wondering how you might die that day, man. Under somebody's fucking order.
You know what I mean? But it's fucking... Like it says, mate, it's like... I think that is where the criticism comes from. Because it was like there was so many people had like problems with this plan, right? Because even if you see that aspect and all, there's one road all the way. Had the fucking Germans just decided to bomb that road, that's your plan fucked. So what was the contingency, you know what I mean?
Aye, because there was a great shot at the near enough the start of the film. Let me tell you where it was. It's at the German-Dutch border, which the Allies are holding at that point before they embark. And there's again, the camera rises and shows you this vast fucking area filled with tanks and guns and planes and lorries and jeeps. Just the fucking artillery's amazing. But for all the tanks, they don't fucking use them in the film.
I know. Aye, just always the bridesmaid.
It's always the German tanks, man. Seems to be that. Apart from Fury, obviously, which is a fucking stupendous movie. German tanks just seem to be the fucking daddy in most war films, don't they?
The tiger and the panzer.
The panzer. I love saying that. Oh, the panzer. What kind of tank do you drive? The panzer.
Aye.
Oh, my little tank. Renee.
Oh, my little tank. Fun, everyone get in the pool.
I know. We can't get through a World War II film without shouting, the flashing knobs. They've done that in about 2 series.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Oh, mate, it's like that, all right. It's obviously it's showing you aspects of things of this plan that's already not going to work before they go into the plan. So, see the radios. They know they've got a problem with the radios, right?
Right.
They knew it didn't have the mileage to, and they still went ahead with it. I know what I mean?
Aye.
But I don't know how true this is, right? But see, apparently, if they'd used the phones, they would have been able to communicate with each other.
So simple, it might just work.
It's fucking... No, I don't know, man. I don't know. But there was another thing I know, innit? See when the soldiers are getting parachuted out, and you're seeing it for the soldier's point of view when he's jumping out the plane. I thought that was well done, I know.
It was great. It was well done. As I say, visually, this film is a masterpiece for its time. It's a year older than me, you know what I mean? Which is quite young. Nah, is it 47 years ago, man? You're talking nearly half a century for a film to look as good. As I say, I managed to get the uncut version, which was digitally remastered, and it looked smashing. It didn't look like watching a grainy old fucking 70s film. It was stunning. The visuals and all that for me were vastly superior to the way the story was told. I got the story and I got it all. I just think there was a wee bit of fluidity that was lacking. It seemed to jump quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? Just to get the headline actor in at that time that didn't stitch in with that last wee bit. I just seen small real criticism about it. But you can't sit here and critique who drink a Michael Caine or Sean Connery or Gene Hackman or fucking Robert Redford. No, I think they were all right, aye.
Aye. I know what I mean. Aye. But the cast does their job. Know what I mean? James Caan plays the angry American guy because Americ's not doing his fucking job. Box ticked. Know what I mean? Sean Connery being fucking an imposing, large, fucking respectable character.
Gosh.
Box ticked. Know what I mean?
Did you read about fucking Michael Caine in the tanks as well?
I know.
So, just for listeners, Sir Michael Caine claims that director Sir Richard Attenborough didn't tell him that a string of dummy tanks behind the scout car, which Caine was riding in, would be blown up, so that Caine would look realistically startled during the shot. So he's riding these things, doesn't know they're going to get blown up. What a fucking bastard! It's okay, Michael. Just done that for visual effects. See? I tell you, you Larry cunts. Oi, Dick. Nah.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Here it is. Here it is here. Here's your dinner.
He's talking to the other boys. They're like, Michael, what did they do that for? Some directors just want to watch the whole.
Oh, well done, sir. You played that in very well. I love a segue. When I was in Italy, drinking my Kiki Braca, you sit down beside me, and sometimes you've got a girl there, and I'm happy for you. You nod at me, and I'll nod at you.
With Anthony Hopkins, he's just walking about the whole time going, "Hello, Clarice." Still my name, buddy. It's Clarence. Clarence. I've told you this 5 times already.
Oh, he'd have loved it during the war. He'd have just been roaming the battlefield, eating kidneys and bits of stomach and the like. He'd have loved that shit. Oh dear.
He's like, "I've eaten the hearts of our enemies and we get their strength." We bloody don't. You've got half your nut.
Eat their penises and get their hard-ons, you see. Bobby on a stick, I call that. Would you like to join me in a Bobby on a stick?
Bobby on a stick. A corn dog, is it?
Arsehole. Who you call an arsehole? No. Do you want an arsehole? We're fucking hunters, arseholes here.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Oh dear.
Oh.
This is the comedy part of the podcast. People just talking a lot of shit.
Aye, eating arseholes and dicks on sticks.
A wee bag of toes
food, is it?
Here's a wee bag of toes for the road, or some finger food. Oh, some finger food.
Fucking hell, man.
Have you got any favourite lines in the film, mate? Any pieces of dialogue that will rummage around your brain forever?
Well, there's 2 I wrote down, but there is all sorts again. But obviously, the first one is when the German comes across the bridge. Like, my commander says you should surrender. And Anthony Hopkins is like, "Tell him to go to hell." And he goes, "I'm sorry, we don't have the facilities to accommodate you." Eh? "I'm sorry, but we cannot accept your surrender. Is there anything else?" And the guy just like,
That's so good, isn't it?
Fucking
Amazing.
It's just it's a lot of fuck you, we're no geeing up sort of thing, but it was like very gentlemanlike. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, we would like to, but we don't have facilities.
See all the while that he's saying it, Tony Hopkins is beside him, just going, we half smile. Yeah, that'll taste them.
Take that, you bitch.
That's brilliant.
Oh,
one of my best bits of dialogue is towards the end, and it's Frost and Carlisle, and Carlisle's dying, obviously, and Frost, hello Harry, hello Johnny. You know, Harry, I always wanted to ask you, but didn't, because I knew you so very much wanted me to, and I didn't want to give you the satisfaction, but why do you always carry an umbrella? And wee Carlisle, bad memory. Never could remember the password. Knew no Jerry would carry one, and had to prove I was an Englishman, you see. It's just fucking to the end, know what I mean? Bit of humour to the end, man.
Is that again?
Funny,
funny
and touching and sad, man. So it is.
Aye, and it's that upper lip thing again, isn't it? Fucking, it's good, man. It's fucking.
I'm surprised British soldiers could see, because their fucking bottom lip must have been away up there. Know what I mean?
I wear my bottom lip like a cape.
I'll have to turn around and face you because my brass neck won't let me turn my head, you see?
But the other one I've wrote down is Sean Connery's character, and he's like, he says, they told us to hold out here for 2 days. We've been here 9. Know what I mean? And you're just going, fuck's sake, man. How fucked was this?
Aye. That's no late, know what I mean? That's forgot about pish. Really.
Exactly. Know what I mean? And then you're like, I don't know. Kudos for yous for fucking holding out that length of time, know what I mean?
You're right, mate. Because when I heard that as well, the first thing I thought it was, it's no wonder people defect. No wonder people just fuck off and try to escape the army. Do you know what I mean? Because I would have thought that, listen, this is 4 days now. They're not coming. 5 days, they forgot about us. They think we're, know what I mean? They think we're dead.
Aye, exactly. Time to peel off and make myself across the water there. But it gave you like because obviously you're watching this for yourself and you're seeing everybody's lying wounded and all that going, oh fuck's sake, they're getting battered, but they'll be getting battered for fucking 9 days. Know what I mean?
True.
And you're
Very
like that,
true.
oh fuck.
Another one. Sorry, on you go.
No, it's just because they'll run out of supplies and run out of ammunition and all that shit. Know what I mean? And it's like fucking
running out of Chinese surprises. Supplies. One of the best lines in it, and I want everybody to open their ears and hear this because it's true in life as it is in this movie. And it's Sean Connery's character, who's Major General Urquhart. I thought everybody knew that God was a Scotsman. Yeah, talking to you. You're yourself there, Sean. But there's a bit, I know, there's a line between Stout and Vandeleur. And he goes, I'm Bobby Stout. And Vandeleur says, have you ever been liberated before, Bobby? Bobby says, I got divorced twice. Does that count? That counts.
Yes, I think it does. I can see that bit at all. He goes, I can't remember what it is they're calling, see the bridge stuff. Is it the just call it the heather or something like that? And he goes, have you get any of that heather crap? And he's like, do you mean that perfect pinpoint precision of British engineering? He's like, aye, that shit.
Where have its time, British ingenuity. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah.
No.
Plenty of it.
But it's
so good.
But see, I know we're talking about how the soldiers are getting like fucking done in here and all that. Because like, that's what Art Carter says, I know. He's like, I took, what was it, 10,000 men into Arnhem and I've come out with less than two. You're like that. Fuck's sake, man. Know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about that shit? Know what I mean?
Aye, and that's just one campaign that he's talking about. He's probably been there for fucking a tour. Well, it's probably been the duration of the war, maybe. Lost hundreds of thousands of fucking troops, which doesn't matter how hardened a war veteran or general or whatever you are at, you must be lying in your bed one night thinking, fuck, under my command, I lost
definitely
so many people. It's never highlighted Met the Meeting in Saving Private Ryan when Tom Hanks talks about it for a wee bit in the church at night and all that, and you're like, fuck, right enough, you've got a conscience. You know what I mean? And then he has his wee breakdown and he cries without him seeing him.
Yeah.
Like that. Powerful shit, man.
Yep. But, as well as see the soldiers and that all getting fucking, it shows you the cost what's happening with just the civilians and all. Look, see the civilians in Arnhem and all that, and then obviously that wee boy with the glasses gets shot. You know what I mean? And you just get this big bastard and tank rolling up the street, and you're like that going, fuck's sake. And then obviously at the very end of the film, when the soldiers are pulled out and that woman had like this big fucking like manor house and it's just decimated and all their belongings are in a cart and it's like, right, Mon? Like, on fuck's sake, man.
What about the wee old woman that fucking gives out to shout for a taxi? Oh, it's a taxi! Fuck you.
I see the soldiers lying there. He's fucking heat on a bandage and that. What did grandmother say? You know, I think she wants a taxi.
There I go. She gets all dolled up before she goes out and on looks at people as if to say, fucking who's some ass? I'm going to get a taxi. Come away, Morrison's.
Boys will be boys. And then fucking boom. She gets shot in the street. But see, even that, and all right, obviously, the Germans that eventually overwhelm Frost's like soldiers and all that, right? And they're all just lying there, see all injured and Robbo and all that. And so like Anthony Hopkins is just sitting there like that, looking at his nails, just couldn't be any more. Fuck you.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
Even when he tries to get up the stairs full of people wounded, nobody moves for him.
Right.
Just letting them like that. Did you see
that? No, go, mate, go.
Just a funny bit when Hancock offers Sean Connery a cup of tea.
Aye.
Just he goes, sir, hands my cup. And fucking Sean Connery looks and goes, Hancock, I've got lunatics laughing at me from the woods. My original plan has been scuppered now that the jeeps haven't arrived. My communications are completely broken down. Do you really believe any of that can be helped by a cup of tea? I couldn't hurt, sir. Fucking
oh, mate. Fucking pure nation of tea drinkers, man.
Because Urquhart just takes it off as if he goes like that. Yeah, touche.
Couldn't hurt, sir. Like, fuck off, you. Fuck off.
Brilliant. It's just see after he says that, like, couldn't hurt, sir. You're just waiting a jingle coming for Tetley tea bags or something. Oh, listen, jingles. You doing that leads me to my biggest fucking bugbear of this whole film. And it's the score.
Aye, mate, I knew you were going to say that.
For day dot in this film, it must be played 375,000 times. And it just gets played for everything. A wee success story. That's not a tune, right? It just went right out of my head. But somebody can't get a packet of biscuits opened and then gets the biscuits opened. Wee Davy's constipated for 5 days, can't shite. Suddenly somebody's outside the door and you hear a plop. You're like, fucking spare me, man.
See, I know that it probably wasn't done for this purpose, but see what ever kind of got that into my head was we're on, we're way, we're on, this is it.
Aye. That's exactly what it was for.
We're going, charge on, lads. Know what I mean? Fucking.
Every club.
That's fucking.
Play the tune.
Oh, fucking bit. Aye.
Margaret
Sorry.
eventually lost 3 stone and got into that dress. Oh.
Still, the thing is, well, let's see when the plan eventually starts and it's that big general, he thinks, oh fuck, they're here to catch me. Let's get out of here, know what I mean?
Aye.
And then they find the plans in that glider, know what I mean?
Right.
And they disregard them and go like, this is propaganda. This is a lot of shite, know what I mean? And it's like, eventually the fucking tipple like, oh here, hold on now. This is right. You're just going, what the fuck, man?
Aye, that glider they found the plans in, that was actually the Waco Hadrian. Just in case somebody thinks I don't know my fucking aircraft here, you know. Just fell off my table. Oh.
But the film I know, mate, won 4 BAFTAs. You can't, and it was nominated for another 5 or something. So it did get the nods. So, but again, makes me wonder again why it's been criticised so much.
I think you've answered it, mate. I think it was the public uproar about the real story getting brought out. I can only imagine it was that. Is it a perfect? It's not a perfect film, by the way, but it's a fucking epic, man. It's actually. I'm so glad I watched it. So am I. You're talking about awards and all that. First thing that jumps out at you was kind of Star Wars, kind of swept the boards that year.
Yeah.
I don't know too many other films that were out. Superman the movie came out 78 year later. I was born or 77, can't remember. But for such a cast, man, makes the Expendables look like a fucking afternoon play.
Aye. So I was thinking, I know, is this like the first kind of film of its kind where it's like the big ensemble cast? Know what I mean? It's not like leading man, leading lady, and then sparking it, but it just seemed fucking that many people involved. Know what I mean?
You mentioned it earlier on, Kelly's Heroes, which I think's a fucking tremendous movie.
That's superb,
it's maybe
man.
seen the cast in that and gone, I'll see your Kelly's Hero and I'll raise you. And the Dirty Dozen, can't remember when that was it. That was just after this or before it as well. Another war film with another tremendous cast. Dirty Dozen, there was a follow up to that as well, a dozen more or something. Or another 12 or something, I can't remember. It was great epic movies, man. Sorry, but
Aye. And don't make them like that anymore. Well, they do, but they're CGI'd and the likes there, you know. But see, another thing I thought was superb, right? See the bridge that they're fighting there? It has now been renamed the John Frost Bridge. So, see in Holland, it all goes Van de Hoek, Van Hooydonk, fucking Van Bronckhorst, John Frost. I don't know. Right, so how do we get to Uranus? Oh well, first you come up Reykjavik Road there, and then we go across John Frost Bridge into Bratwurst.
Hello, welcome to Arnhem in Holland. We'd like to show you all the sights, take you all the nice places with lots of history. Go to Ruud Gullit House, over to Arthur Newman Boulevard, and cross over John Frost Bridge. Do you mean Jana Frost? No, it's John Frost. John Frost. Maybe go over there, make a porno, get some prizes.
It's fucking so mental, isn't it, like that? So we're going to Arnhem via fucking Bradford.
Hey, assholes, it's the John Frost Bridge. Isn't that weird? Put it in the skin box, please.
Oh, you can't beat the Dutch, man. What a people.
Oh, there are
But-
glorious people. I'll go one day. I will go one day.
But aye,
As a
as a
movie,
whole,
mate,
mate, I think eh?
you're just going to ask you what you're going to ask me, I think. As a whole, what do you think?
Oh, superb, mate. There's a select few war films I can watch because certain ones are all very like the good guys don't get shot and all that. Know what I mean? All that stuff like charge on, all that shit. Know what I mean? So you kind of get something that's a bit more realistic. You go, aye.
Well,
But-
after
and this
3
is what-
hours of epic battle, everybody made it back alive. Did they?
You know what I mean? Oh, what you like? Know what I mean? Fucking guys catching fucking grenades and throwing them back and all that. Know what I mean? Going fuck off. But
Aye.
aye, the acting to the effects to the scene because that's another thing. I don't. I really think you seen like some war films. You didn't see the cities they were battling in being destroyed. Know what I mean? And fucking tanks and that just driving. Like, it shows you how it started, how it ended up, sort of thing. You either go into a scene and the place is already decimated. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
That's mental. I'm a weirdo in that sense. Watching war films and watching towns being destroyed and watching half a church, you know what I mean? Or like a building with a living room exposed because there's no roof, it's been blown off. I always think, wonder how long it took to for that wee tune to get back on its feet. Wonder how long it took to rebuild that. Did they rebuild it?
Aye.
Did they just bulldoze the tune? Did they move it down the road and start again? It's fucking weird going through my. In fact, very quickly, the boys and I, my sons and I, we went to sleep last night watching Wally, which I hadn't seen in its entirety up until maybe a month ago, and now I've seen it 40 times, right? What a film, by the way, Wally is.
Aye.
What a thought provoker. But at the end of Wally, spoiler alert, they come back to Earth, right? And then the credits rolling for getting out. There's a wee montage of how they rebuild and they restructure and all that, and it shows you the robots helping build the cathedrals and all that again. And I'm like, I just thought about a bridge too far, rebuilding and all that. I mean, it's mental, just fucking jumped my head. I went off a tangent there, didn't I?
But even let's say, I don't know, see the display of all the military stuff, like the planes, tanks, motors, and all that. It's just ticks all the boxes for me. Know what I mean?
Aye. See, even if that was just rolled out a museum or barracks across the country just for one still shot, one pan shot, what a fucking movement, a fucking industry that must have took to get all that there at that one time. It's amazing, man.
Even the big mass fucking parachute jump and all that, and all. See, just fucking the amount of people are flying out airplanes, mate, just to get
Aye.
to reenact this thing.
Because that was the fucking
Amazing.
kid on, and that wasn't the CGI'd. There was one guy coming down in the parachute, and you seen him fucking doing that. And you're like,
Yep.
fucking amazing. I want to watch it again as to enjoy it. I was watching it to critique it and note it and all that there, and I maybe missed quite a bit of it, never right into it. Plus, I missed the subtitles, and as much as I knew it was going on, I'd like to see the dialogue between the Germans and the Dutch and all that as well.
Aye.
So, but even with that, mate, I'll fucking fire an 8 out of 10 at it, you know.
That's the same as me, mate. An 8. So smashing me film, it just it's fell under the radar with a lot of people.
Mhm.
Well, it's to my knowledge anyway. You know what I mean? Anytime I've asked somebody if they've seen it, they've not. Which
Aye, 100%.
I mean-
Definitely undermarried there, I'll tell you.
I mean, because everybody's seen fucking The Great Escape. Know what I mean? So, but again, that's what I'm talking about. See, that was always put on the telly. It's The Great
Mhm.
Escape because it was. Oh, that's a win for us. When's the last time A Bridge Too Far was on the telly? Know what I mean?
Never seen it, never heard it. If I have seen it, I don't remember it. But everybody I've spoke to, fucking, oh yeah, it's a fabulous film. Again, Facebook page, we get a bit of feedback off it. Paul for Seismic as well says it was one of the last film him and his dad watched together as well, which is fucking kind of touching.
He's grander.
Grander, sorry. And for that, Paul, I hope we've done you justice. I hope you go back and watch the film. after listening to this pod, or vice versa, whatever, and have a wee smile and a wee hoff to your late papa, granda, whatever it is you refer to him as. But there we go, folks. That was a bridge too far, but I feel it wasn't a bridge too far. You know that way.
No, it's just. I was like Goldilocks. It was just right.
Oh, you're hitting it with there. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's nearly drinking o'clock for you, isn't it? Oh, fuck's sake.
No, is it? I'm joining the monastery.
You've got another, 2 days to get your body clock back and sync and your toxins eradicated for your bloodstream, ain't you?
That's that. Well, margaritas. No, I mean, that's my cocktail of choice anyway, mate. Margaritas. And see, when I found the means of being able to make them in the house, I just had to do it.
I bet.
It was too good.
What's involved in a margarita for somebody that's virgin to a margarita?
Well, tequila, lime juice, triple sec, which is really Cointreau, ice, wee bit of salt around the rim there. But I was making Stone Cold Steve Austin ones, right? He's got his own specific recipe. And he puts
Must have been fucking
Grand Marinier.
Must have been glass everywhere and you were smashing the tumbers together, fuck's sake.
But he puts that in it as well, know what I mean? So it was like fucking... Oh, it was a festivities of delight, so it was.
It looked nice.
Oh, it was. Trust me, it was. Plus, you like your citrus, don't you?
Oh,
know what I mean, so it's right up your street.
You eventually got one. You got a wee bit of lime into one at the end there. If the photos you took, fucking garnished and everything.
Because I never understood that shit. But here's a piece of mint on the top of your drink, sir. Does that help the taste? No, just for display.
Don't be wrong. I always looked at a mojito. I always looked at a mojito and thought, who the fuck wants a branch in their fucking tumbler? You know what I mean? But
I see that. That's another one, and it's like drinking toothpaste water or something like that. Hey, Dean.
Well, I was just going to say I've only had 2 margaritas. What did I just call that drink? Yeah,
mojitos.
I've only had 2 in my life, and they were abroad in Turkey, and they were the most delicious things I've ever tasted in my fucking life. But I've never had one since. I don't want to ruin that memory, but it always reminds me of fucking Gladiator. You know what I mean? They're sitting with a big leafy drinks and all that.
Aye. But that was it. I mean, because the Euros are on, so you're not really going to be doing much. You know what I mean? So if you're just going to sit there and fucking vegetate, you may as well. Because I'm going to say something very controversial.
Oh.
International football is fucking shit. So anything that helps it along.
Aye. Have you not been pleasantly surprised by the opening of this tournament, though?
Aye, so far. But this is what usually happens. See, the first couple of games, it's fucking back and forth and all that, and then see when it comes down to right, what do we need to qualify? That's when it reverts back to the same old shit.
Aye. It's not just fucking go for it scenario anymore.
Aye.
In fact, I'll be even more not controversial because it's the truth. The worst 2 games have involved the 2 favourites for me. I thought the England game was horrible, and I thought the France game was worse last night. That was shocking. France were a bit toothless. They were fawing about the place, playing to the referee, who was shocking. He just stopped the game every 3 seconds, especially in that first half. And for a wee bit of luck, Austria would have got a point out of that. No bother. You know what I mean?
Aye. For the players on show that they didn't live up to anything. You know what I mean? So,
but my money I put on a team to win it is playing tonight, Portugal. So we'll see how they fare. Hopefully they're not a damp squib and all. Because my wee boy wants to see Ronaldo. So there we go.
But apart from the Euros, mate, what's next week's optical delight?
It's a belter. I'll go as far as to say it's a fucking belter. They're in the house. Grab the kids. You know what it is?
Aye. But go see it.
Anchorman.
Uh,
Skyrocket in flight. Ooh, afternoon delight. Hey, afternoon delight. So there we go. It's been long time coming.
Aye.
Fucking needs an introduction, mate, does it?
No.
Laugh a minute.
Nah, of course it doesn't.
Laugh a minute. Absolutely. So we'll do that. Don't know when we'll do it. Big man here has put in for a bit of overtime next week, so depending on how you're feeling, if you still want to do it next week, we could go for a wee night time recording. It's up to you, but we'll see how we're feeling.
I'll see how you feel after your extra 12 hours there.
I'll be fine to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're off Monday, Tuesday, aren't you? So I'll be working. Aye, we'll talk about it off air. So thanks very much, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting. I always say at the end of every pod, this series, word of mouth is how we grow, and there's never been a truer fact. You can have all the social platforms known to man and still reach nobody. But when somebody says to you, here, listen to that, or you send them a WhatsApp with a link or something, just say, listen to that, it's funny. That helps. That's the true barometer, because that's what I do. You know what I mean? I don't actively seek out new podcasts. But if my pals send it to me, or somebody I respect sends it to me, I'll get a go, no bother. And then you can make your mind up. So do that for us. People will be thoroughly appreciative.
Yes. And again, thanks for tuning in, listening, liking, telling your people. You know what I mean? And hopefully we made you laugh again.
Aye. Hopefully you have a bit more respect for the troops there, you know.
Well, yeah. Get the machine gun out, won't you?
Couldn't hurt, sir. Right, it's cheery bye for me anyway. See you next week.
Cheery bye.
The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
So share your